Selamat pagi semua. Saya Johari Muhammad adalah seorang kaki tangan Public Bank yang bertugas di Cawangan Jinjang. Pada 24 hari bulan 12 saya menerima surat daripada majikan saya mengatakan saya didakwa melanggar tata cara dan disiplin tempat kerja. Berikutan satu aduan yang dibuat oleh Datuk Seri Muhammad Saleh Ismail. Aduan itu juga menuduh saya melanggar peruntukan Akta Bank dan Institusi Keuangan BAFIA 1989 yang boleh disabitkan hukum berat. Saya dengan melalui proses perbicaraan disiplin domestic inquiry di Public Bank akibat tekanan di tempat kerja dan pelbagai tindakan yang diambil terhadap saya telah membuat keputusan untuk berhenti kerja. Saya telah menyerahkan surat peletakan jawatan aduan yang dibuat oleh Datuk Seri Muhammad Saleh Ismail. Hari ini pula saya telah diarahkan untuk melakukan diri bagi tujuan siasatan di bawah BAFIA atau BAFIA di Bank Negara pada pukul 2 petang. Saya kini disasat pula oleh Bank Negara Malaysia di bawah BAFIA yang boleh membawa hukuman berat.
Saya kesal dengan tindakan NFC dan Datuk Seri Muhammad Saleh Ismail yang terus-menerus memburu rakyat yang tidak bersalah untuk dikenakan hukuman berat semata-mata kerana disyaki membantu pendedahan segala penyelewengan yang berlaku di NFC. In the case of Saudara Johari Muhammad, it is clearly an alleged allegation made by Datuk Seri Saleh Ismail, which he pursued vehemently to the point that severe actions are now being taken on him. Terbaru, beliau secara bertubi-tubi membuat aduan dan memberi tekanan kepada Public Bank dan Bank Negara Malaysia untuk mengambil tindakan terhadap Encik Johari Muhammad yang dituduhnya membocorkan maklumat pembelian harta mewah di KL Eco City kepada saya. Akibat tekanan ini, tindakan telah diambil oleh Public Bank dan Bank Negara Malaysia terhadap Encik Johari. Beliau yang sudah tidak tahan dengan tekanan dan tindakan selama sebulan akhirnya. He has gone through hours and hours of interrogation, harassment, and unfortunately, I was given the impression that although Public Bank prefers to keep it under wrap, the constant pressure daripada Datuk Seri Muhammad Saleh Ismail made it just impossible for Public Bank and Bank Negara just to move on. Seperti yang beliau sebut, oleh kerana sudah tidak tahan dengan bukan saja tekanan semasa interrogation dan sebagainya, there were also changes at work that affects his career and his life. Finally, beliau membuat keputusan untuk meletakkan jawatan dari Public Bank yang beliau telah berkhidmat selama berbelas-belas tahun. Tidak cukup dengan merosakkan periuk nasi seorang yang tidak berdosa seperti Encik Johari, Datuk Seri Muhammad Saleh Ismail dan NFC terus juga memburu dengan mengenakan pula tekanan kepada Bank Negara. Hari ini, Encik Johari akan disiasat di bawah Akta Bank dan Institusi Kewangan yang boleh dikenakan hukuman penjara 5 tahun. Phone beliau pun telah dirampas dan I think they are going full swing against him. Tindakan yang bersifat dendam kesumat ini sudah tentu dibincangkan dan mendapat restu Datuk Seri Shahrizad Jalil yang masih lagi menjadi Ketua Wanita UMNO. Sebelum ini, apabila ditanya apakah tindakan yang akan diambil terhadap mereka yang mendedahkan penyelewengan NFC, jawapan Datuk Seri Saleh Ismail adalah mudah. Beliau berkata, beliau akan bincangkan setiap tindakan dengan keluarga beliau. You can check NST Berita Harian dated 17 November 2011. He clearly made that reference that any actions that he will take will be in full consultation with the family. Sebab itu saya dengan terus terang meletakkan tanggungjawab ini kepada Datuk Seri Shahrizad Jalil. She obviously is fully aware the fact that her family is going on rampage and vengeful act against innocent people merely on allegations yang dibawa sendiri. Tindakan dendam kesumat ini juga bertentangan dengan kenyataan Datuk Seri Muhammad Saleh Ismail yang dilaporkan 2-3 minggu lepas bahawa beliau tidak berdendam dengan sesiapa yang lain kecuali saya. Dan beliau juga berkata sebelum ini beliau tidak akan mengambil apa-apa tindakan terhadap sesiapa yang lain kecuali saya. But obviously while he was making this statement, he was putting a lot of pressure on Public Bank and Bank Negara, and behind the scene Encik Johari had to go through all this harassment for the last 1 month. Jadi kata-kata Datuk Seri Muhammad Saleh Ismail itu is merely lies. He lied about the number of cows there were, he lied about the condominium, and now he lied about not pursuing vengeful acts against people he thought is involved dalam mendedahkan soal NFC. Jadi beliau sedang berusaha untuk mengenakan tindakan terhadap semua yang beliau syaki, membantu mendedahkan penyelewengan dan kekayaan peribadi keluarga beliau. Keadilan akan membantu sepenuhnya Encik Johari dari aspek bantuan guaman dan berusaha mendapatkan kerja baru kepada beliau supaya beliau tidak terus dimangsakan oleh dendam kesumat keluarga Datuk Seri Shahrizad Jalil. Cuma saya mengambil kesempatan ini untuk mendesak dan memberi amaran kepada Bank Negara Malaysia supaya tidak tunduk dengan tekanan Datuk Seri Shahrizad Jalil dan keluarganya.
About the information or not? I mean, are you saying that you're not the whistleblower in question?
No. Okay, let me answer that question. The Bafia investigation is ongoing. The notice has been issued to Encik Johari. In those circumstances, it's not possible for us to go beyond saying that this notice has been given to him and it is in relation to the revelations of the wrongdoings of the NFC and the wrongdoings of the Datuk Seri Saleh and those who are involved with NFC. There's no doubt that this notice is in relation to that. He did work in the bank. The NFC had an account in that bank. So that part is clear. But what is shocking here is that, let's keep in mind that here we have a situation where someone, a whistleblower, has revealed to the public huge cheating and misappropriation of public funds to the tune of 250 million. Okay? And what do the authorities do? They use the Bafia in order to try and prosecute, intimidate, and charge him. So you can see it's not only unjust, but it's outrageous and obscene act by the authorities. The extent of the notice that has been given here is that you are suspected to have committed an offence under the Bafia, and by the information that we have now, it is related to the NFC. But what I was trying to say is that the fact that they are going after a whistleblower is wrong because he had revealed information on public misappropriation of funds, and the government is trying to use, whether he is the person or not, the government is going after for a specific reason. They are accusing him, and we are saying, how can you try and criminalize a public-spirited, civic-minded act, such as revealing evidence of huge misappropriation of public funds? How can you criminalize that? In fact, the person who does that should be praised. So that's why I say the law is being used to go after whistleblowers. The investigation is ongoing. The extent of the information that we can reveal is what we've revealed. And I think we can give you the documents so you can read it and come to your own conclusions. But because we cannot prejudice at the same time his legal defense. So that is the dilemma. At the same time, we cannot keep this information from the public. The fact that the authorities are going after a person whom they believe is a whistleblower in the case of the NFC. That is information that the public is entitled to know. Hence, we have brought this to you. Before these notices were issued, Encik Johari has already been grilled in a serious manner, hours and hours of grilling, both in the form of a so-called domestic inquiry by his employer, in which Bank Negara officers were involved. Okay, he was deprived assistance from a lawyer, and he spent hours of interrogation already in his own workplace. This was of course entirely illegal, and of course he was grilled to the maximum on the issue of NFC, the wrongdoings in NFC, the accounts or the statements of bank statements that showed the misappropriation or cheating of public monies involved in the NFC bank statement. He was grilled over and over and over the past month or so, or I think 2 months or so, on this issue. It has already been done. So there's to simplify, there is no doubt that the authorities are going after Encik Johari as the whistleblower in the NFC case. That much we can assure you. That's what the authorities are doing. Yeah? He's already been grilled extremely. Now, having unlawfully grilled him and tried to get information or intimidate him over the past 2 months, they have now moved to the formal phase of it by issuing the official notification for him to attend inquiries. So the whole thing is not only oppressive, unlawful, and intimidating, but you can see the way the act and the law is being used in improper ways. Even this notice is makes very little sense because no offense is even specified. They do not wish to link their notice to the NFC scandal. Now, this is very significant because, to be frank, this notice is actually flawed in law. You cannot issue a notice for a person to attend investigation without specifying what is the gist of the offence you are supposed to have committed. Now, this ridiculous notice only says, whereas an offence under the BAFIA is suspected, you are hereby to give information. Now, my question is this: why do they not specify what it is about, that it's related to the NFC, Datuk Muhammad Saleh, etc., etc.? For the very simple reason that the authorities are trying to hide the fact that they are going after the whistleblower. They want to just go after the whistleblower, intimidate everyone else, including perhaps Saudara Rafizi, a foolish endeavor, but perhaps so, and try and put the lid on the whole NFC scandal. That's why the authorities don't want to mention NFC here. They're afraid we'll come and show it to all the media. But from the previous interrogations, we can tell you it's about the NFC.
The notice specifically mentioned that a complaint had been lodged by Datuk Sri Saleh Ismail. It also specifically mentioned the specific accounts to which the investigation and allegations relate to, which are Datuk Sri Saleh Ismail's account, AgroScience Industries accounts, National Meat and Livestock Corporation's account, and National Feedlot Corporation's accounts. So from Public Bank's notice, it's very clear that Encik Johari has been investigated and connected to have alleged to have been the whistleblower. I'm really sorry that I know that you want that confirmation. If I'm answering, then it's fine, you know, but he is answering. He has gone through 1 month's worth of harassment. It's a bold step to come forward and do this. He is entitled to a fair legal defense because the sentence is very heavy. 5 million fine or 5 years in prison or both. So it's something that's very serious. On the part of keadilan, our contention is very simple. Enough is enough. Stop going after people. Doesn't matter whether it's Encik Johari, whether anyone else, but it's so immoral to go after people who have done the things right.
MalaysiaKini.com.
Malaysia Kini.
Malaysia Kini.